Hi everyone, I'm Jacy from Craft Life and I'm here today to teach you how to make the basic phone case designed by my sister. The supplies you will need are your two looms set up the same way as the advanced phone case. If you need help setting them up, please go back to the advanced phone case tutorial. You will need rubber bands. Today I'm using yellow and black. And you will need a crochet hook or a Rainbow Loom hook. Please get your supplies and get ready for step 1. This is step 1. We're going to move our looms around. So to start, we're going to take this side, pull it up. Then you're going to count 3 pegs and line it up with that third row of pegs. And push it down. Now you're going to go to this side, pull these up, and count 4 pegs. And line it up with your 4th peg. And push it down. Now that our looms are set up, we're going to take one rubber band and twist it around these 2 pegs twice. And push it down. Now you're going to count your sides from here, and you're going to go down. I have 8. You're going to multiply that by 2, which is 16, and then add 1, which is 17. So count out your 17 rubber bands, and you're going to start by sticking your hook under, pulling a rubber band through, then take another rubber band, pull this through, take another rubber band, pull this one through, take another rubber band and pull this one through. Take another rubber band and pull this one through. You're going to continue this until you have finished all 17 rubber bands. I finished laying all of my 17 rubber bands, and now when you finish, you're going to take another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on, and you're going to stretch it out all the way to the other side, and stretch that loop onto these 2 end pegs and push this down. Now you're going to go back up to the top and you're going to skip 1. So here, stick your hook in through both of those loops, grab a rubber band, put it on your hook, pull this through and put it back on. Then you're going to stretch it out to this corner. Then stick your hook in that same loop, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Then stretch this loop all the way out to this corner. And push these down. Now you're going to skip another rubber band, stick your hook in, grab a rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Then stretch it out to your next peg. Then stick your hook in, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and stick it back on. Then stretch this to this peg. Push these down, then skip a rubber band, stick your hook in, grab a rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Stretch it to this peg. Then stick your hook in that same loop, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Now stretch it out to your next peg. Now you're going to skip another one and keep going all the way until you finish every single peg. Make sure you skip 1 each time. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like when you finish. Now you're going to go to this row, make sure the arrow is pointing towards you, and you're going to lay rubber bands all the way around. So we're going to start, and we're going to go that way. So lay them down this row. Then you're going to go up, keep going, and then you're going to go all the way around your whole loom until you get to this peg. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like once you get to this peg. And then what you want to do is lift this loop up, place a rubber band down, and put it back down. Now we're going to hook, or bring a row down. So we're going to go to this one, and we're going to grab both of those rubber bands over this peg and that peg, and push these down. Now you're going to go to this one, pull both of the loops over the top, then grab these two over the top, 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 these two over the top. Then turn your loom around. Make sure you do it gently. Then when you get to this one, you're going to grab these two over the top, and then grab these two over the top. Then grab these two, and you're going to go all the way around. I've just finished bringing down this row, and now you're going to turn your loom around. So turn it around. In the basic phone case, there are 4 rows on the bottom. So from this row on, you're going to do 3 more rows. And to do this, you're going to make sure this row's arrow is pointing towards you. And you're going to start laying rubber bands all the way around. And then you're going to hook your rows over, bring your rows down for 3 more times. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like after 4 rows. To count how many rows you have, you can count the thick rubber bands. I have 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to start this area, the sides. So to start, we're going to make sure this row, its arrow is pointing towards you, and you're going to go to the second peg. You're going to grab that bottom rubber band over the top and onto the peg in front of it. Pull these loops. Grab the bottom rubber band over the top and onto the peg in front of it. Then grab the next bottom rubber band over the top onto the peg in front of it. And we're going to go to this peg, so keep going. Grab the bottom rubber band over the top. Grab the bottom rubber band and over the top. Now you can just grab all these loops, make sure they are hooked, and just pull them off your pegs. So now you have 2 loops on each side. I'm going to do 2 rows of the sides with you, and I'm going to go slow, but then I'm going to speed up, so you can always pause the video and press play when you are ready. So to start, we're going to go to this end. We're going to lay our rubber band down. Then we're going to go down this row. Then you're going to go down this one. Then go down this row. And turn. Now you're going to take your hook and grab your bottom row over the top. Grab your bottom 2 over the top. Grab your bottom 2 over the top. Grab your bottom 2 over the top. Then you're going to go over here. Grab your bottom 3 over the top. Your bottom 2 over the top. And you're going to keep going all the way around. Take both loops each time. Now push all of your loops down. Now turn your loom, and we're going to lay another row. So, go up, now turn, and now you're going to grab your bottom loops over the top. So, bottom loops over the top. Now continue down this row. And push your loops down. You're going to continue this for 12 more rows, so you have 14 in total. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like after 14 rows. We did 2 together, and you should have done 12 on your own. Now we're going to start the top. So we're going to turn our loom back to how we always did. Make sure this row's arrow is pointing towards you, and you're going to start laying rubber bands all the way around. So just lay them down. Then, when you get to this part, just keep laying them down. Then you're going to turn this way, and lay them this way, and come back down. And on your last one, pull this loop off, lay a rubber band down, and put it back on. Now you're going to grab your bottom loops over the top, grab your bottom loops over the top, grab your bottom loops over the top, and keep going all the way around. When you get to this part, just take this bottom loop over the top and skip all of these. Take this bottom loop over the top and keep going. Push your loops down and do your last 2. Now we're going to go back to the new loops we just added. We're going to stick our hook in, grab the bottom loop over the top, grab the bottom loop over the top, grab the bottom loop over the top, and keep grabbing it over the top. So we hooked from here to here, and push these down. Now you're just going to lay another row of rubber bands. So go this way and all the way around. And just do it normally for these. Keep going up. Now you're going to go this way. Push these loops down. And when you get to your last loop, pull it off, put a rubber band on, and put it back on. Now, you're just going to take your bottom loops over the top. Take these over the top, bottom two over the top, bottom two, and keep going all the way around. When you get to this one, just take that last rubber band over the top, grab these over the top, grab these over the top, grab these over the top, and continue this. Now when you get to this one, grab all of those over the top and keep going. And push these down. Now, we have just done 2 rows. You're going to do it for 2 more rows, so we have 4 in total. I'll be right back. I've decided to add an extra row so that we have 5 rows because I wanted mine just a little bit larger. You can leave yours as it is, or you can add the extra row just like me. And now we're ready to end it and put a top on it. So we're going to go to one end. I'm using this end. We're going to twist a rubber band on our fingers and lay it on these 2 pegs and push the bottom 2 down. Now you're going to count your sides. I have 8. You're going to multiply that by 2, 16, and add 1, which is 17. Now you're going to stick your hook under, grab a rubber band, take another rubber band, take another rubber band, and take another rubber band. I'm going to continue this until I have 17 rubber bands. Please make sure you do too. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like after you have finished 17 rubber bands. And now we're just going to take one more, pull this through, and put it back on. And you're just going to stretch it out onto these 2 pegs and push these down. Now we're going to go back to this side, skip a rubber band, take another rubber band, stick your hook in, grab the rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Now you're going to stretch it out to this corner, then stick your hook in that same loop, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on, and pull it to this corner. Now we're going to bring our rows down, and you're going to start on these 2, pull these 2 bottom over the top, and these 2 bottom over the top, and push these down. Now go to this one, grab these 2 bottom over the top, and on the other side, these 2 bottom over the top, and push these down. Now turn your loom back around, skip one, stick your hook in, grab a rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Stretch it out to your next peg, stick it on, stick your hook in that same loop, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Now pull this to this peg. Now you're going to bring your row down by grabbing the bottom 2 over the top and the bottom 2 over the top. Push these down, and you can squeeze this in just like that. Now skip a rubber band, stick your hook in, grab another rubber band, pull this through, and put it back on. Now stretch it out to your next peg, stick your hook in that same loop, pull a rubber band through, and stretch it out to your next peg on this side. Now bring your row down by grabbing these two bottom over the top and these two bottom over the top. Now you're going to continue this all the way down, skipping one every time, sticking your hook in, bringing two rubber bands, and bringing down your rows. I'll be right back. This is what it should look like when you finish all of them. When you get to these two pegs, you're just going to take your two bottom over the top and your two bottom over the top on this side. Push these down, and now we're going to start laying our last row down. So you're going to take that same color of rubber bands, and we're going to lay them all the way around. So go down this way, and then go up. You're going to continue this all the way around until you get to this peg. I'll be right back. Once you get to this peg, we're going to take this rubber band off, place a rubber band down, and place it back on. Now we're going to start hooking, bringing our row down. So we're going to take these two over the top and go to these, bring these two over the top, and these two over the top, push these down, bring these two over the top, these two, and these two. You're going to continue this all the way around for the rest of them. I'll be right back. Once you have finished this, we're going to start hooking. So to start, we're going to grab our bottom loop over the top, pull these loops, grab the bottom loop over the top, grab these loops, grab your bottom loop over the top, pull these loops, grab your bottom loop over the top, grab your bottom loop over the top. Make sure you keep pushing your looms down because you don't want them to fall apart. Now go back, grab your bottom loop over the top, grab your bottom loop over the top, and you're going to keep going all the way around. I'll be right back. Once you have hooked all the way around, we're going to go to the last peg and the first peg that we hooked on. You're going to grab a rubber band and pull it through all of those loops, which is only 2 loops. Then you're going to pull one loop through the other, pull this tight, and bring these off. But make sure you have hooked it before you bring them off, or else the whole thing will fall apart. So just help your loops off. And now, when you get to your last row, you can just take these off. Now you just want to stretch it out a little bit. And you have finished the basic phone case. This is what it looks like when it's done. And come on back and I'll teach you how to make my sister's bracelet inspired by the basic phone case design. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on how to make my sister's basic phone case design. You can find me on Instagram at CraftLifeUSA, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you live a craft life just like me. Thanks for watching. Bye!